Commitment 2022 continues, bringing you live updates throughout the evening as results come in.
Let's take a look at what we know so far. In Georgia, the race for U.S. Senate.
Our Sydney Shadricks has been following this race tonight, and she joins us now with the very latest. Sydney?
As we know, this race is being watched very closely because this race could determine the balance of power in the Senate. Let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers that we have for this Georgia Senate race right now. We have Warnock with 49.6% of the vote. Herschel Walker, 48.7% of the vote. Of course, too early to call. Now, something that we need to remember about Georgia, it is a 50% state. That means that either candidate must receive a majority of the vote in order to win the election. Now, if neither candidate does, that means we will go into a runoff. That runoff taking place in December. Now, this would be nothing new for Georgia. Both Senate races went into a runoff back in 2020. We will, of course, continue to follow the race for Senate and for the Georgia governor as the night continues.
Sydney, thank you very much. In South Carolina, let's talk about the race for education of superintendent of education. 3 candidates on the ballot.
Let's take a look at the latest results. Now, this is with 15% of the vote in, so obviously way too early to call, but Ellen Weaver has 54%, Lisa Ellis, the Democrat, has 45%, and Patricia Mickle has 1%. She, of course, is with the Green Party. Gabrielle Komorowski is covering Ellen Weaver tonight.
She joins us live now in Columbia. Good evening, Gabby. What's the feeling in the room?
Hey, Nigel and Carol, it is an exciting feeling here in the room. It's also a very cozy feeling here on the risers. They have all of us media crews very close together. So we are all hearing a lot of buzz in this room because, as you can see, a lot of people have gathered. This is also where the Republicans are, supporters of South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster, who is the projected winner, are gathering. We have not yet heard from him, and we have not yet heard from Ellen Weaver, but Republicans are having a good night in South Carolina, and right now Weaver's team is hoping for and expecting a win with those numbers that you just showed a short time ago. We should note Democrats have not won a statewide race in South Carolina since 2006. That was when Jim Rex won the superintendent of education race. We will be here all evening as we wait for those official results. Back to you.
Elements in play this year, from the economy to abortion.
At Clemson University political scientist Dr. James Wallner joining us now to talk about all of this. Let's talk about the numbers and where we are right now in the night. So in the beginning of the night, where are those numbers coming from and now and as the night goes on?
Well, the first thing to keep in mind is it's going to vary state by state, because in the United States, the states are the ones who ultimately determine the rules for their elections. But in most states, you're going to have early voting, so mail-in ballots, and they're going to be counted as of, it could be before the election day or it could be beginning on election day. Those votes are going to be announced first, and they're going to see a big surge. And those votes are typically going to break for Democratic candidates historically. Then Republicans typically vote in person, and those votes are going to come in as those precincts report their totals. You'll see a surge in Republican votes at that point. But it's still not over, because you have other mail-in ballots that are postmarked by Election Day and absentee ballots that need to be counted that are ultimately going to show another surge back to Democrats.
Dr. James Wallner, thank you so much, and we'll speak with you again this evening. As election results come in, we'll continue to bring you live updates throughout the evening.